on a day that I got my lip pierced, that I have an interview tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to get overly excited because whenever I do, I don't get the interview. So we're going to change that karma. I'm not going to get too, riled up about it. But as you can tell, and what has been for a good while, is my hair is rather a mess. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to be able to do with it. But I'm going to have to do something to get it to look more presentable because I don't think anyone would want to hire me in this hair state. So I'm not too sure what to do with it. Do we keep the braids in? Do we take the braids out? I think we're going to have to take the braids out initially because they don't look great. So let's talk through the entire. I think also while I get ready for the interview, obviously I'm going to pick out an outfit. I would bring a copy of my CV, but I do not have a printer, so I'm going to avoid that part. And I think they'll probably have it to hand, to be honest. I don't think it's necessary really. So, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's the day of the interview today, and I'm getting ready. I've currently sorted out my hair, so that's kind of seemed, I'll show you the back, seemed to have covered up most of my hair issues, which I'll double check in this footage, but I may have to put it up if it doesn't cover up at the back. But I feel like I wanted it down, but I really am glad that I managed to come up with this idea of putting extensions over the top to cover up the messy bit. If I, by some miracle get this job, it's going to mean that I have to wear these extensions every day, but at least the bottom of the extensions look nice. They're really uneven, so I have to do something about that. Maybe I could curl it and it might look a bit like less shit. Less uneven, should I say. Shall I do that? That might be fun. Fuck it, we'll curl it. Let's have some fun. I just got to double check it looks okay at the back. And then we'll give it a go. We've let therapy for now. I'm going to do the makeup. I've literally got 15% left, so. Okay, I thought I'd do a little voiceover for this section because I literally was just chatting loads of shit and it just wasn't really very helpful, wasn't really much purpose to it. I was just kind of rambling pointlessly. So I'll do a little get ready with me makeup edition, even though it's kind of blatantly obvious, like what you do in makeup, but there is a couple of tips I've learned from a makeup book recently which I can share. So I'll obviously speed up what needs to be sped up. Obviously I'm using Primark foundation and I tend to blend it with a brush, which takes ages, so I'm going to speed this bit up. And then after that I go in with a number 7 powder, which you can just use any pressed powder. I like to use the Primark one, which is just Poundland pressed powder. I found this one on the street, like next to a house. And it was perfectly well. It's my skin colour, so it was quite lucky. I always remember to get underneath my chin as well. I don't know if you're like me, but I tend to get a lot of spots under my chin. And I think that's a sign of like bad nutrition, or I can't remember, I can't remember what it means actually. I think it's maybe hormonal. I'm going to do a video on acne and what it means, and not acne but spots on your face and what they mean and all that. So I tend to just dab that all over my face, like so, before I start to contour, etc. I mean, this is all pretty self-explanatory. I don't think it takes quite as long as the other one, so I'm just gonna So I tend to obviously pour the powder into one of the cups so you don't sort of get too much on the brush. And tip the rest away, or put a little bit on the face. So after that, I think I went in with blush. I only use one brush for like all of my makeup, which is probably not the best. I was going to buy more, but then I was like, do you know what, it actually doesn't bother me. I'm one of those people now where it's like I don't like to buy excessive amounts of things that I don't use. So I'm just getting all the powder off myself, as you do. And then I think I went in with the blush. I think I was trying to find my contour thing and it wasn't there, so blush it was. And one of the tricks I learned, if you have a face shape like mine, if you have relatively prominent cheekbones but you've got more of quite an oval shaped face, it's good to put foundation up on your temples, like up onto the sides of your face, because it sort of makes it shows your cheekbones off, and it sort of just makes your face look a bit more like a heart, like round. I don't know if this is the genuine reason, but that's my reasoning for it. I feel like it makes me look so much nicer whenever I do this, because I've always been told to put it on like the centre of your cheeks, but I find it much easier to do it like this. And then I had some highlighter, which kind of just goes where I put it is just places where the light's going to shine on your face. I sort of did this quite fast, I couldn't really be bothered to sort of piss about. I think it does look really nice when you do blush in like a bright pink colour as well, which obviously isn't your actual natural colour of your cheek, but it just looks sort of, it's a bit of a sort of artistic statement, if you like. So after this, I think I went in with some lip gloss, or was it getting rid of all the powder, as you do. Oh no, it was like concealer. It was a bronzery time, because I don't know what I've done with my bronzer. It's somewhere and I can't bother to find it. So this is just some eyeshadow, which is like a similar shade, but it still works. I've been known to use blush, that is eyeshadow. In the past, you can mix and match in my experience. It's kind of just whatever you think. I look so like miserable in this. I mean, is this just resting bitch face? What do you think? Resting sad face. I don't So yeah, next we have the lip gloss. I'm a bit apprehensive for lip gloss at the moment just because of my lip piercing. I got it yesterday, so I'm not too sure what we're going to do with the lips. Might just leave them. Mainly, obviously I'll put some on now, but lip gloss comes off after like 5 minutes. So. And with the mascara, I've learned to go a bit easier on the mascara. I feel like I used to just cake it on over lockdown. I used to just cake it like, you know, like a spider web, like I used to do in a secondary school. But I feel like, I wouldn't say less is more, but if you kind of use it a bit more sparingly, it looks a bit more daytime. Otherwise, it's fine to do that at night, I feel like, but it can look a bit glam if you do that in the daytime all the time. It's up to you, whatever works, but I do this because I find this what works best for me. So this is kind of the final makeup look, pretty bog standard. But I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair, just sort of play it by ear, and here I am posing. There we go. In a moment I'm going to show you my outfit, which I've decided to take. And the thing is, I can't really take off my jumper, because I've got a bra on, so that's fine. Great news if you go to a job interview, you don't wear a bra. I feel like you don't need one in this outfit. So I've got this little black cardigan and a little turtleneck and some trousers and these boots. I'm going to wear that hoodie I showed you in my haul. So yeah, thanks for listening. Bye!